I'm going to Kansas to go see my older brother, innit?
Kansas, okay, for real.
Yeah, man. So long lost older brother. Yo, if I showed you, man, a picture of this guy, you'd be like, raw. There's really a Hooks just over there living in America all this time, and nobody knew. Crazy. So yeah, let it be a good summer for man. You get me? Let me go over to America. Do you know what? Yeah, let me fly on the plane wearing Arsenal shit. And everybody's looking, raw, you get me? Them man won the Champions League, man are stopping me for photos and shit. Let's go. That's what I want.
For real, I'm feeling slightly uncomfortable based on all of the stuff that you just said, Hawks. I am feeling quite awkward right now, but I guess Northside brought me here for a reason, so I'm just gonna have to just keep it real and keep it 100. One thing I've noticed about you, Hawks, is I've seen the growth. I've seen a growth in you in terms of how you articulate yourself, in terms of how you present arguments about your club. And for me, as advice as a bedroom, if this YouTube thing don't pop off, you know, being a local MP, it can run, right? You know, organizing meetings in the school hall, get me, listening to what the community have to say. I think that could be something for you because you're very persuasive. I don't know how you can downplay that weekend result against Bournemouth. I don't get it. For me, ever since I've seen that shower curtain, I've seen your club in a different light. And let me explain to you why what you said was a load of hogwash. Yeah? Let me tell you why it was a load of hogwash. The reason why your manager put out the strongest team possible was for momentum. No point taking all the man them out, trying to bring them back in to go up against one of the important games. So the game had two things. We need momentum, get minutes in the legs of your players, yeah? And also, it was supposed to be a confidence boost. Do you know what? Get that win under your belt. All right. Whoever it is, Saka's bagging, Martinelli bags, maybe, you know, Saliba scores a header, and you take that energy to the Parc de France, you get me? Take it to the Parisians, my show. If you know about Paris and you know about Le Chateau Rouge, talk to me about Le Chateau Rouge for them people that have been to Francois. Do you get what I'm saying? That was what you guys were supposed to do. What wasn't on the cards was you to get panned by Bournemouth home and away by my manager, the manager who's about to take over Postecoglou. That for me, that performance was an audition in the location. Like, bring him. Any brother that can get a home and away win against Arsenal, now that's somebody that needs to be top of the food chain. So for me, bro, I don't know, like you said, all the man then played barring one, and let's be real, the one that didn't play, is he that big of a deal? No, I don't think so. I'm concerned. Right now, you man are going to be getting ready. Man, them are packing their bags, getting ready to go on the Eurostar. On the Eurostar, holding a defeat against Bournemouth. Bro, there is nothing that we can say, even if Bournemouth is having a tremendous season. Bournemouth is dusty. By your standards, you should never be losing to this team. At worst, caught on an off day, you draw. So for me, bro, I'm just keeping it 100. I know you want to look positive. It's not looking good, bro. That flight to America might have to be expedited. You know, like that. You might want to do that flight quick to Kansas or to Wisconsin. Me, I would get lost in Yellowstone. You know, like that, yeah? Yellowstone National Park. Catch me missing with the grizzly bears. So, bro, like, it's a disgrace, bro. And I think for me, what is even more concerning, don't come here and say you don't care about third, you don't care about fourth, you don't care about fifth. No, you do care. For me, Arsenal must finish second for you, man, just to keep it afloat. Because if you, man, finish third or fourth, that is a tremendous bottling job. Having been second pretty much the whole season, to bottle it in the last 4 games and finish third or fourth is as disgraceful as the previous 2 seasons where you, man, bottled it in the last 7 games.
You can't bottle second.
bro.
You don't win anything for finishing second.
I get that, bro. Like, it's embarrassing to be second.
Look what Arsenal have made second something. Never in my life, yeah, and I've been alive for a long time, yeah. Have I ever heard anyone say you must finish second? What?
Bro, it's not, bro.
It doesn't even make sense.
Bro, let me tell you what it is, bro. It's really, I get you. It's about winning. It's about coming first. But if you don't come first, you got to come the highest possible runner up. You've done that the last 2 seasons, bro. If you don't come,
and you told me for it, but now all of a sudden I must do it.
We don't match the previous 2 years, bro. What are we doing here? Like, why are we streaming? Like, what are you man doing? You man are really like. And for me, the biggest thing that I'm taking, and this is why I think this week is crucial, do or die week this week. I just keep having images of that shower curtain, bro. Like, that for me epitomized your club. And really and truly, if you don't get second, it's just you man are going to be known as the shower curtain club, bro, moving forward. And not a serious team, not a serious club. You man don't take yourself serious. Man, them are struggling over 10 bags. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest, bro, in London. So I'm just saying, bro, have standards for your club. Minimum is second, and anything below that is unacceptable, and your manager must go.
Anything below second.
He has to. It's not progress. That's to show progress.
That's quite ironic coming from the guy who might finish 17th, bro. Allow it. What are you talking about? I don't want to hear I don't want to hear no criteria, no judgment, no standards, no rules, no nothing. From a brother.
Deji wants his manager out, though, to be fair. He's going to celebrate the Europa, but he wants his manager out.
I guarantee you wins the Europa, and I've seen Deji's tune change a few times.
Nah. Ange has to go.
I've seen it change a few times. I call you man. I call you man leaf in a wind. That's what I call you, man. You get me floating whichever way the wind takes you, bro.
I knew Ange was a fraud from November last year, early November, and true to form, he's proved to be the biggest fraud that I've seen at my club, bro. All I'm saying to you, bro, is let's not 1 minute you're bigger than Tottenham, you're this, you're that, and then the next minute you want to put yourself as if we're on par. Which is it, bro? Are we on par, or you guys are so much better? Because you telling me about my club that is supposedly dusty, telling me about, they're your 17th. Yeah, the thing you're failing, bro, is 17th, and we pick up a trophy. We got 2 for the price of 1. You get me? We would have achieved what you guys achieved, and that's something that you man have to hold over the summer. Will I be trolling you over the summer? Of course I would. Would I be doing streams with you over the summer? Of course I will. Will I be meeting up with you face to face? Of course I am. So like, man ain't going nowhere. You get me? I'm about. Yeah, and if you man flop on Wednesday, know that. You get me? WhatsApps, FaceTimes, it's going to be on a weekly, and you deserve it. So hold that.
No, I agree. I think this whole dismissing, how we're playing, at least show something. Even if it's a nothing game, don't play your best players. If it's a nothing game, show us something different that you can utilize against PSG. Experiment, do something different we haven't seen in it. Then we could say, okay, cool, it's a nothing game, but guess what? We tried to do this, and then we tried to do that, and you can see that the manager has another plan for PSG if plan A doesn't go well. The biggest gripe I have about Arteta is he's a standstill manager. He'll put out a certain game plan, and then when it doesn't go to plan, it's like for like changes, or they're late substitutions, or he's late to see which players are not performing. Show us something different then. But the thing is, this fan base can keep dismissing. Oh, we don't care about Ipswich, we didn't care about Crystal Palace, we didn't care about Bournemouth. Oh, you're gonna care on Wednesday. So you can keep trying to divert and we don't care. It's the same old nonsense we had all season. We don't care about the FA Cup, we don't care about the Carabao Cup, we don't care about this, we don't care about that. Okay, well, you're gonna have to care at the end of the season, innit? Do you know what I mean? And that is the thing that I don't like about this manager, bro. And I don't know how this fan base think that you can grow some momentum just out of the blue. This is our biggest game. You're supposed to be growing some momentum. If you're going to play those players, play them playing well. You know what I mean? Grow the momentum. In football, you don't just turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. Don't work like that. You need to build momentum in football. It is part of football. And there's momentum when you're losing, and there's a momentum when you're winning, bro. And the problem is, I just don't even see anything that he's tried to do in those 3 games to assure me that, okay, if things go sideways, we've got an answer. I really don't, bro. And for me, like I said, Martinelli had 1-2 little goals in the last couple of games, and then you see him dying. Trossard, the same thing. It's easy doing it against Crystal Palace. Where were you against Bournemouth? You know what I mean? Too many of these players, Saka as well. Man got excited when Saka came back. The reality is, yeah, he scored some goals, but he hasn't looked like the Saka before the injury. He hasn't looked like that. He's normally Saka's taking the game by the scruff of the neck. He's not doing that. Odegaard, Hooks, please explain to me why Odegaard keeps starting.
Bro, I was hoping you could tell me the answer.
That's not my guy. That's yours. So
No,
you tell me.
no, it's our guy because he plays for our club.
Not our guy, bro. I don't claim no guys. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely not
I don't claim any guys because you get.
That's it. You tell me because
he plays like no.
You talk about Odegaard a lot though. You know what I mean? I'm changing on him now. You explain to me.
Who?
No. You remember when me and you had a conversation? Me and you had a conversation about Odegaard, and you said, North, you may not like what the manager wants him to do, but that's what the manager wants him to do. And remember when I said the point, and you remember when I said the point, whatever he's telling him to do, it ain't working, it ain't good enough.
And I agreed with you.
And this is exactly my point. The guy isn't good enough, bro. He's not.
Yeah, but that's an Arteta problem.
Yeah, and it's going to be an our problem on Wednesday, though. Because
now it's going to be our problem. Because before he was my guy and it was my manager, but now it's going to be our problem.
This football club's my problem, but it ain't my team, ain't my squad, it ain't my manager. It's true, bro. It's true. That ain't my bench. That ain't my manager. You know what I'm saying? But it's my problem, innit? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm tired of it, bro, because this is what I mean, Hooks, yeah? Who deserves to start in the 10? At least Zinchenko or Ethan. Odegaard does not deserve to be starting against flipping PSG, bro. He's going to play 90 minutes or 85 minutes.
I heard that he may have picked up an injury, so he may not be available for the tie. Well, for the second leg against PSG.
Well, I won't miss him then. Maybe you can watch it from Norway. You know, maybe.
No, but what I mean is that that may be it may be a good omen because injury was the only way that he wasn't going to start that game. So maybe we get to see something a bit different. Who knows? But like, do you know what it is though? Do you know what it actually is? Yeah. All trolling aside, yeah. I don't care if you're in form. I don't care if you're out of form. I don't care if you're a great player, good player, shit player, bad player, dead player, don't know how to kick a ball, whatever. Yeah. My thing is, you're in a semi-final, second leg, wearing my badge. Show me that you're as invested in like success as I am for my club. That's all I care about. Don't get me wrong. Like, we've all seen Arsenal, yeah. But be as it may, probably out of all of the big teams, you could argue that Arsenal's one of the teams in England that usually have good footballers or footballers that at least play in a good. Like, even in our dead years, we've still been like we've still been able to watch attractive football because we've always had players that can play ball. But even when we've had dead players, they've still stepped up. It's not always just the big players that step up. So just step up. It's like at the end of the day, don't overthink it. It's 90 minutes. Just go and win the game. Like, how many times have we seen Arsenal win a game? That's all Arsenal has to do on Wednesday is win the game.
But one thing you're missing when you're saying that, I agree with you, yeah? But one thing you're missing is we had a manager for the majority of that time that allowed the attacking players to express themselves, allowed the players that were creative, whether it's Podolski, whether it's Haleb, whether it's Rosicky, he allowed them to express themselves. This manager holds players back. He doesn't want them to express themselves. He doesn't want them to play to their game. He doesn't want them to play outside certain positions in the team. So it's a completely different philosophy to what we had before when we didn't have the best ballers, but we still used to have technical ballers like Rosicky and Haleb and Santi Cazorla. So this is what we've got, Hooks. You want the players to step up, but the players, they're not going to just switch it on because the whole 5 years they've been told, if you step out of line, you're on the bench. You don't play the way I want, you're on the bench. And now, if you step out of line, you're on the bench. You don't play the way I want, you're on the bench. And now all of a sudden we want them to have some individuality about their game. That's not how they've been coached. That's not how they've been told to play. And you see the way he's barking orders on the sideline, Hooks. He's shouting at them all the time. So a lot of these men are shook. You know what I mean? Not all of them, but I think some of them are shook, bro. Some of them are like, bro, if I don't do what he says, he'll just isolate me. We've seen him isolate Jesus from the team, Zinchenko from the team, Trossard from the team. Do you get it? You set a standard when you behave like that. So then you work against the players that can offer something different. Do you know what I mean? The only license that anybody has on this team is Saka. He's the only one that has a license to do anything. The rest of them, you sit here, you push there, push there. The whole game, bro. He's shouting at them. Push here, go there, push here, bro. Let them fucking play, bro. Do you get me?